Yeah, Nilesh, could you please give some light on what kind of AI technology that you use for employee engagement, learning, and payroll process? Because employee efficiency assessment is also a very crucial role.
Sure.
So what kind of technology that you use? Because this may give some light to the aspirants, how to proceed further.
Thanks. I'll begin with something which is very important that was done some 6 months back. BNY, a university in US, really published a report. And what they had done is they had collected data from at least some 500 or 600 teams about their IQs and EQs and their results and everything. And that data showed that if you have got a high IQ and if you have got a high EQ, the teams with high EQ will do far better than teams with high IQ. So we needed machine to tell us that we should be more humans using this technology. So what else are we going to look at it? So that is one of the most important things that I recently came across. Now going ahead, just a session before this, a lot of people signed on what they are going to do to get those CVs and then convert them. I think we should build an engine to do that. And people who are sitting on this side just put the CV there, and whatever is the context should come to those people rather than somebody doing it manually. And that is how we should be really applying the AI or any of the tools to every problem that what we have, to understand two different perspectives between each other. So that would be one of the most important things. Right now, a lot of tools that we want to use is aspirational, not a priority. So we want to use it, but we are not really going ahead and doing that. One of the other things which I would like to continue from what he was talking about is that unlearning is something that if tools helps us right now, that would certainly be great. And that's what I would say. But learning at 50, I would just quote an example of it. 40, okay. So it's way far behind for me. So I give a very good example of Sachin Tendulkar. He was a great batsman. But at a certain time, he realized that he was out on scoring runs using his cover drive, and he stopped doing that. That was one of the best shot that he used to do it. So unlearning or not doing something after a certain age becomes more important than doing a lot of things. And I hope technology helps us in doing that. I don't see any technologies doing it.
I'll say like we have to-do list. After 40, we should also have a avoid list.
After 40, way long back for me.
So here, the statement I would like to make here that the technology what we use are customized to the need, and it has to be made for the requirement of that one, and one should know which technology that we can do that. So before we land, I would like to ask Shesh sir. So could you please give some glimpse on what are the current HR trends, or how HR trends are going to change for the future, so that each individual can be ready with that when it comes to recruitment or employee engagement.
Yeah, I think I talked about more as I talk about my firm now. So we are 300 people from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari to Assam to somebody not even heard. 98% women. Murali, I think we cross more than that. Women entrepreneurs who are being also. So we are also customers for Wells Fargo. I think all the which we gave you is from our profiles by the way. So that started all of that. So the reason is we took say a HR trend. See, I don't do the trend, create the trend. And my favorite slogan, everybody knows, some faces stereotypics, networking is better than not working. These are only 2 tips. Except that, nothing. Anywhere you be current to networking. So we are here, we know very great minds here, we're taking the inputs. But more important again is outcomes. If there's no outcomes, there's no trend.
I'll only add to Shesh that HR role has significantly changed in the last 30 years from gatekeepers to advisors now, and the conscience keepers. So once you're applying for a job, please make sure that you remove all your Facebook profiles and all the if you love Modi, which I do, take off all those posts because HR will be scanning them. But your digital profile is out there. So there is no concept of personal and professional. We had to let go of a lot of people because of the comments on social media. You might say freedom of a speech, but sometimes if freedom of expression is leading to worldwide depression, you have to address that. So please be very careful on your social posts because companies are constantly looking for diverse, inclusive people. You don't want somebody going in other direction. So I think that's one. And in my view, to Shesha's point, that build trends, HR is somebody who can be a best friend at workplace. And I've done that all my life, all 30 years. We normally hesitate to go to HR, but I'm best friends of my HR because you'll be very surprised that most of the decisions on people, talent, org design, strategy come from them because they're seeing the org from a point which they have vantage point which we don't have. So they're sitting in a place and seeing and observing, but if you don't involve and engage them, they'll not be able to help. So talk to HR, reach out, seek time. Even if it's half an hour, request for time and have a point of view. You'll be surprised at the kind of thoughts will come out.
So before we deboard from this, I would like to open the floor for questions from the audience.
So it's not a question, actually we are talking about innovation and I wanted to share one experience. We are talking about AI, but what I have seen with all the tools we are using, tools are more keyword driven. They can make mistake. Even if you read about Amazon, their own experience, they had their AI tool for recruitment in 2018, they have to scrap it because that is more biased because of the data which it has got. So you can't blindly rely on the tools. Sometime I go back and check all the profiles which was rejected by my AI tool. That okay, are this profile really a reject or some mistake has happened? So when I move them to the shortlisted one, next time they don't reject those profiles. So this thing we have to keep learning with them and making sure that they learn.
Venu, before I forget, AI means for me action in India. Let's do New Bharat.
Yes.
Talking about the empathy, what needs to be done to be the part of your organization? All of you. This question is from all of you. Create a?
Okay. Engaging with them, creating a time back. Not through the LinkedIn, Insta. We are all in the Insta world. I think we need to be a real world.
Sir, I'm giving you my resume right now.
Yeah.
So can that be taken care of?
The action as well. You can record it through our eyes.
So this is one of the most direct sales which I've heard.
Yes.
And I can see copies of resume there, right?
Since you're talking about 40s and 50s, I don't want to lose any more time.
Okay.
So I thought it's the best way, right?
So I'll only say that I know anxiety is out there. I think all of us get hormonal before getting jobs, and I've seen me be in the position. I'm not an expert on the subject, but also to the point that one, don't look too needy. In the workplace, there are enough people in the market.
It's just a pitch, sir.
Yeah, it's a
So
pitch
you can
and
decide
build a
it.
brand for yourself. I'm not the expert. Talk to Ruchita, talk to Vishwa. HR knows that once you are showing desperation, they reject you. I'm not saying this is being desperate, but make sure that you are there's a lot of people out there, but very little talent in the marketplace. And I can tell you, if you make a strong CV, which as Mr. Shesh said, you have to work on it. Strong brand, people will come for you. And I think in workplaces, HR and TA is always looking for good people. So make sure that a resume stands out and people can figure it.
I'd like to add to what he's saying. So one thing that Mr. Sheshadri said, network. So let's connect after this.
Yes.
And the second thing is, for our organization, we hire for potential, not for experience. We have removed the number of experience of that column from our entire system. So when we hire somebody, it's only the competency that we put, not even the skill. And we have removed the experience column, so don't worry about it.
Thank you.
I would like to give you one example. Myself is the best example of such things. What they see is that your ambition and your attitude is more important than what you depict there with your qualification or anything. I can share my experience letter at here because I applied for vacancy of only one all over India competition and I got selected. So I can share that experience letter, but that's what I see is your attitude and ambition, how you show that. So that's it.
Thank you, panelists.